From the entrance ramp at the DJC Collectibles Studio, I'm Midwest professional wrestling legend Gage Octane. And now, here's a guy who would never turn his back on the Wolfpack for fear of winding up in a body bag, Kyle Peterson.
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with episode number 55 of the Kyle Peterson Show. And as usual, got my beautiful co-host here, a girl that's too young to die, too drunk to live, Angie. Angie, say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Angie. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
It's great. You look like you're ready for Easter. Easter's over. Didn't you get the memo?
Yellow, it's the color of the season.
Yellow is the color of your soul. Something like that. Something like that. And I'm in a fashionable red here, sporting a little 1983 Wrangler Western wear. Yes, Wrangler. Now, Angie, you notice something different about this Western shirt that I normally do not like?
Well, it's like a shirt. It's not like, it's like a heavy... What is that material?
It's almost like denim, but
yeah. It is. That's what it is.
That's not what I don't like about it necessarily. I don't like that it doesn't have the snaps.
Oh.
It's got the buttons, or is it buttons? Yeah, buttons.
Yeah.
Like a normal one. So it's not a real good Western shirt unless it has the snaps, that's for sure. But this one is vintage. It is nice. I like the vintage Western wear. You know, I can't believe it. They're not making very many good Western shirts in this day and age. So I got to go thrifting, I guess is what they call it. Go to the 70s and 80s. And a lot of people say, Kyle, where do you get all these Western shirts from? All kinds of places. But I always get the vintage. And my favorite brand, I don't think it's a super expensive brand, but it's made by Carmen is what it's called. Carmen with a K. But it's the Kenny Rogers Western wear. That is what I swear by. That is my absolute favorite. So the more you know. But wearing a little Wrangler, old school Wrangler here today.
It's a little feminine flair, almost.
It's probably a female shirt. It's probably for some big girl.
No, you can tell it's not.
I don't know. I don't know, but it reminds me of something my grandpa might have worn back in the day. Maybe something like that.
Cute.
But looking good. The red and yellow attack here today in episode number 55. But Angie, before you get too far into this, let me plug a hole right here. You know what I'm up to. But we got to thank the sponsor, of course, of the podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, which you're watching right now. It is DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. Shout out to them. A lot of stuff in stock all the time over there, and you can save 8%. That's the place to go, especially if you're up in Canada. I don't know why you'd go anywhere else. They got everything going on up there, including the Big Rubber Guys. That's another outlet for Big Rubber Guys. A lot of people miss out on that one. So check out old DJC Collectibles. And I guess speaking of Collect Major, Big Rubber Guys, that kind of universe, the giveaway this month on Patreon is the Major Stars Series 2. You got Ethan Page, Jordan Grace, Sabu, and Sergeant Slaughter. I'm keeping Hacksaw for myself, at least as of now. But I got those 4 figures. I will give it away to somebody. And the Patreon, the best value. A lot of people say, how can I support the channel? And love the idea of supporting the channel. I love all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's probably better to be a Patreon member. Oh my gosh. Forgot to lock the dogs up. But Ace making a quick cameo, as he does, as one does. But he's okay. He's all right. But like I was saying, the Patreon is the place to go. You get early access to this podcast, usually like 4 or 5 days earlier most of the time. Access to both my YouTube videos early. All kinds of stuff over there. A monthly Q&A, giveaways, you name it. It is the best way to support the channel. You can also be a YouTube channel member, Angie, if that is more your speed. You said, none of it's my speed, actually. I'm just here to laugh. But Angie, we kind of got a short episode here. Not a lot to talk about in this week's episode, but I got a few housekeeping things. And if you got something you want to talk about, anything you want to get off your chest, you think about Ace? I don't know. Ace is just wandering around. Ace, why don't you go to bed, buddy? Buddy, why don't you just go to bed?
It's got to be us talking.
I'm sure.
Because anytime we talk, they think we're talking to them.
The other two are laying on the couch just sleeping, where he's like, I want to be involved in this. I want to be involved. So anyways, back to Angie's chest. Angie, anything you need to get off your chest today? No. You're a little buttoned up here today. It's not quite summer. Once again, it went from 42 to 77 in one day here. It's a wild time. I don't know what's going on with the weather. But a few things to talk about, and feel free to chime in. Feel free to add anything if you need to. But Angie, unfortunately, I missed it last week, but I'm not going to miss it this week. Do you know a gentleman by the name of Ross the Boss?
No.
Well, Ross the Boss passed away, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
A member of the Dictators, a member of Manowar, and I met him once upon a time when he was a member of the band Death Dealer. But it is Ross the Boss. If you guys know your Manowar, and Manowar's weird. It feels like everybody knows Manowar, but they don't know Manowar. It's a wild thing. If you ever watch their videos and stuff, they're huge in Russia and Ukraine and all these countries across the sea. Like, people show up in like 50,000 people to their shows and stuff, and all the ladies go topless around them constantly. It's a wild thing. I remember a good friend of the channel, Jeff George, said like the hottest person, he's toured the world. And I just talked to him last night, Angie. I just talked to Jeff last night.
Can I guess? Is it Brazilian?
No, it's not. But Angie's always got butts on her mind, of course. But he went, it was in one of those countries like Estonia or something like that. But like she said, this chick was just extremely hot. But then she like was wearing some shirt where you could see her whole back, and her whole back was like a Man of War tattoo. The whole back, like just a wild thing. So
She's committed.
It's a whole different world over there, of course. But Ross the Boss did pass away. He's been out of Man of War for decades at this point, but part of their early success, early sound, I guess you'd say. Ross the Boss, not somebody to mess with. Loved his stuff. Loved Death Dealer. I love the Dictators, all that kind of stuff. So a true loss in the heavy metal community, but I think a lot of people don't know the Man of War around these parts, so it doesn't resonate like if Rob Halford died or something like that. So that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. But wanted to give a quick shout out to our good friend Ross the Boss.
Yeah.
You just met him here today, kind of. So shout out to Ross the Boss there. Angie, what have you been watching on TV as of late? Anything?
The Madison.
She's been watching The Madison.
No.
Is that about like the Ashley Madison scandal where I got caught cheating? No, it wasn't that one. They turned in my thing, gave it to Angie, and Angie said, "Oh my gosh,
I
Kyle."
said, guys, I already know.
I already know.
I put him on there.
Yeah, you put me on there. No. But it is apparently some TV show. And what's it on? Paramount Plus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and is it good?
Plus.
It's
very sad. It's very sad.
I've heard you watching it while I've been in the other room because you play it so loud, but I've heard it while I'm editing or I'm taking glamour shots for some action figure reviews. I don't know if you guys know this. I do action figure reviews.
Here's the thing. You watch the TV loud because I don't adjust the volume. So I just turn on your TV.
Oh, stop. You saying I'm deaf?
Yeah.
Maybe. But I always hear it. It's always just like every time I walk by or I see it, it's somebody's crying. There's a bunch of girls. There's a lot of crying. There's some dopey guy in there or something that's always around. And then there's like some young cop guy walking around. And I guess Kurt Russell was in it, which sometimes he's okay.
He's in it.
Is he in it all the time or just a little bit? But he
makes
died or
cameos,
something?
But he's already died.
Flashbacks? I don't know.
We just spoiled it.
So are you over this show or is it still going on?
It just has 6 episodes. So I've only watched 3, I think.
Oh, well, my goodness. You watched way more than that.
No.
I think you're about done. So you've been watching that and Veronica Mars. So you're watching that last night as well.
I just watched the season finale, episode 2.
Oh.
I thought I better not say. I don't know.
I think you could spoil it. It's like been 20 years. I
literally thought her dad died.
You're like, I watched this.
I've seen this episode in real time years ago.
Crazy.
It's all new to me.
Well, Angie, I watched 2 special things this week, and unfortunately, no Fulci. I forgot about Fulci. I can't believe I forgot about Fulci, but I forgot about Fulci this week. I did. I forgot all about it, spaced on it, because I was tied up watching 2 things, and they couldn't be more different from each other. Okay. One is a movie that people have said I should watch for 100 years. I finally just got around to it, and I'll tell that story. Mm-hmm. The other thing I watched was on Disney+. Now, where are we going here? Kyle saying... People saying, oh, you're finally getting around to some of these Star Wars things. You've missed the last 5 Star Wars shows. Nope, it wasn't those. Oh, you got to be watching this new Daredevil. Or maybe you're catching up on the Daredevil because you never watched that, or the Punisher that you never watched. Maybe you're watching that. Or some of those Marvel movies like the Marvels you've been trying to get around to. No, not those either.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what I watched?
No.
The Hannah Montana reunion special. I had to watch Hannah Montana in the reunion special. Hannah Montana was there for me at a pivotal time in my life, Angie. I don't know what it is. And I lose a lot of street cred points, of course, in a lot of people's eyes here. And the funny thing is, so I watched this. It was basically like Miley Cyrus talking, interviewing, just walking through the set and all that kind of stuff. It was basically a waste of time, let me tell you. I was hoping we'd see some other performers there. Billy Ray was there. It was great to see him again. But it was really a waste of time. And I realized watching this, I don't even like Miley Cyrus. I don't like anything about her. I don't like the way she looks. I don't like the way she talks. I don't like anything about her at all. But Hannah Montana stole my heart once upon a time in her younger days, of course. Now, I don't know how old I was when Hannah Montana was out. 20, maybe 23, 4, 5,
too old
30?
Too old to be watching.
I don't know. But I always said, Disney Channel had all these sitcoms, kids sitcoms. These are the shows that would have been on TGIF on ABC back in the day if that was still a thing. Network television has changed. There's not as many sitcoms as there used to be. And there used to be the family friendly. You'd have the Perfect Strangers. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. You remember that at all? Of course, you'd have the Websters of the world, and you'd have a Full House, and and a lot of that kind of stuff.
What was the Charlie one you liked?
Charles in Charge?
No.
Oh, Good Luck Charlie.
Good Luck Charlie.
Oh, Good Luck Charlie. That was a good one. I loved Good Luck Charlie. I also loved The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I always dreamed. But those are shows that, like, they're fluff. You don't have to, like, pay attention. And I would be, working. I'd be doing paperwork, whatever. I'd be watching that stuff all the time. And Kyle, what are you watching? Well, I got a busy night.
I can't say.
Guys, I can't leave on Friday night. We got a brand new episode of Hannah Montana, a brand new episode of Good Luck Charlie, and a Sweet Life back-to-back cliffhanger where they're on a cruise. My Friday's in, guys. My Friday's in.
Oh, my gosh.
But I always like sitcoms like that. I like consistency. I like all that kind of stuff. So,
who agrees with you about Hannah Montana is that new kid on Love on the Spectrum. That black kid on there. What's his name? Isaac or something?
Logan. Logan,
is
maybe?
It Logan?
I love the Spectrum because, let's be honest, I'm on a spectrum somewhere. I'm not sure what spectrum, but I'm on one, and who knows? No,
oh my gosh.
These dogs.
You never see this one.
No, we don't want to see any of them.
This is Lemmy.
You never work with dogs, rabbits, any of that kind of stuff. We got all kinds of stuff going
on. And this is Domino.
How are these audio podcast people seeing this?
This is Domino.
Ace, everybody knows what you look like.
Yeah. How about you guys go to bed?
Go bed.
Yeah, good idea. There they go. Go to bed. There you go. Good guys. Good guys. Going off to bed there. There it is.
Logan.
Quick introduction. But yeah, I don't like that Love on the Spectrum. But,
I do. It's so freaking
Angie won't sit and watch Fulci. She won't watch that kind of stuff. She can only put up for wrestling for like 10, 15 minutes at a time. And then I better be tired turning in. But Angie, it's 4:30.
I just have a wholesome sweetheart.
Not as wholesome as me. I watch Hannah Montana and Good Luck Charlie. But I'll never forget, what is the guy
Never forget what's his name.
What's that guy on that Love on the Spectrum that's got like, he's really weird. He's the guy. He's got glasses. He wears plaid shirts. He's got his hair kind of like two-tone, split back.
You? Oh, gosh.
And he's like hard to,
he like loves medieval. Like he dresses.
But he loves heavy metal too.
Why am I so bad with things?
I don't know. You're not obviously paying close attention, but if you guys know this guy, good friend of the channel, Jeff George. I'm spilling some secrets here. I don't know if Jeff wants this out, but management company, that guy was doing a heavy metal album, and they asked Jeff to like be his musical director and help him with that album. And Jeff turned it down, which is not like Jeff George, because Jeff likes those kind of people like I do as well. So I don't know.
That would have been like it's the best time you ever had.
Yeah, one of these days I got a really funny Jeff George.
That poem
story.
you read on the last episode is beautiful.
I got a really funny Jeff George experience story where I ran into somebody one time out at a store, and they wanted to get Jeff George involved, and I'm not going to tell that story, but that's a good story. Maybe in 10 years I'll tell that story. That's one of my favorite stories I just want to tell so bad, but I got to protect the innocent on some stuff, so I can't do that. But that would be an all-timer. I'll tell you offline. Not really. I won't tell her because she'll spill it. She'll spill it to everybody.
I'll forget 5 minutes later.
And she'll forget it. But yeah, we've been watching that thing too. But I just put that on just because I know you kind of enjoy it, and I've got videos to edit. And let me tell you, I'm grinding, guys. I'm grinding in so many ways, Angie. So many ways I'm grinding, but I've been very busy these last couple of months, and no rest for the wicked. May is going to be an extremely busy month for me, but you know what? I'm very consistent. The videos keep on coming. The podcasts keep on coming, but at night I'm not getting as much sleep as I would like to. I'm staying up even later than I normally do, so
You're crying yourself to sleep.
I'm crying myself to sleep is what's going on, but it's been a grind if there ever was one. So I've been catching up on that stuff late at night, editing the videos here, but I've been getting to see some Love on the Spectrum. I think we're 3 episodes in. It's just so loving, but I don't know. I think it's time for that show to set sail, I think. But out of all that, the other show, the Yin and Yang, so the Hannah Montana reunion, not a whole lot of fun with that one there. I realize I don't like Miley. I don't like Hannah Montana. But I did like the show at the time, so I don't know. It's not even my kind of music. It's like nothing I would want to be about, but it's just wholesome and it's easy to digest. And I have such a crazy day every day. I need fluff that doesn't make me think. I want mindless entertainment. And that's why I like to watch wrestling so many times, because I pay attention, but I don't have to fully pay attention. Like, it's not like a movie where you got to really pay attention to know what's going on. You look and they're on the top rope. You look back, they're on the ground. You know what happened. You fill in the blanks in your head. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't do that. But this week I did watch a movie that people have said to watch forever. A good friend of mine says it's his favorite movie of all time. It's a classic in many's. It's from the 90s. It is the movie, speaking of Kurt Russell earlier, it is Tombstone. Mm-hmm. Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, that old kind of thing. And I love the Old West. I love a little cowboy movie. Angie, did I ever tell you?
You love a saloon. Do they have to do the
There was a few,
iconic, like through the wooden doors?
There was some gambling, of course, as there usually is. But I don't know if I ever told you, Angie, but I am one class away from a minor in film. It's true. And I did do a semester on John Ford Westerns and John Wayne movies. So I'm pretty well known in that industry as somebody that knows a good Western or two. You guys ever seen Rio Bravo? You ever seen El Dorado? You ever seen The Cowboys? You ever seen any of these? Oh, I haven't. I wrote papers on them. But I did watch this Tombstone movie, and I wasn't planning to. It's like a 2-hour plus movie, and I was about ready to go to bed at 11 o'clock when it came on, and I was editing videos and stuff, and I had like 20 minutes left in editing. I'm like, I'm just going to let it play. And then I let it play, and then I had a few other things, check some email. Before you know it, it's like 40 minutes into the movie, and I'm like, I should go to bed. I'm like,
were you into it?
Kinda, but it's like I just knew, like, my brain says, Kyle, you got to see this through. You went this far, because if you don't see that through and I don't get back to it, I wasted 40 minutes of my life is what I view. And I don't want to waste those minutes. So I was like, I got to see this through. So I ended up staying up to like 2 a.m. And then I got up at like 7 a.m. It was just brutal. But I watched the Tombstone, and like I already kind of knew the story from history. I'm just a history buff, let me tell you. Just well educated, but obviously it's not quite net with history, but it was fine for what it is. People say it's the greatest movie of all time. I don't know if I'd go that far. It's no Devil's Rejects or Freddy Got Fingered for sure, or The Cable Guy. That's probably the top 3 most likely, but I don't know. It was fine. It was worth watching. I wouldn't watch it again. If you like Westerns, you like some of that kind of stuff. And it's pretty much the time-old tale in many a Westerns, which I'm sure were derived from that along the way. You know, somebody dies, and you get the revenge. You got the bad guys. You got the good guys. All points in between. No nudity, which always loses points for me as well. A little bit of violence, but nothing crazy. That gun violence in there, it's not like, oh, there goes his head. It's blown off. There's his neck. It's not like the Fulci gore going on there. But it is all right. I felt bad for Doc Holliday. I think that's Val Kilmer, if I'm not mistaken. Sweating the whole time. I forget what disease he kind of had. He was slowly dying, but he was always sweaty, always like pitting out and stuff. It always looked wild, but he'd spin that gun, of course.
Oh, so the movie's not that old?
It's like 93, 95. I don't know, something like that. I don't think he
was that sick then.
No, he was in the movie. Doc Holliday. Oh. The guy he played was sick, and he died. And the famous thing where he died in his bed. I mean, that's a history thing, and they reenact it in the movie where he's dying, and he says, and he's looking at his feet as he's like, his last words, I always thought I'd die with my boots on, or something like that. He had his socks on, of course, as one naturally does when they curl into bed, wear socks. Angie does on a cold night, maybe. Not me.
You kick your socks off before you get in.
Long before. These socks are coming off. I got to get in there, and I get some dogs.
Speaking of guns, pew pew.
Yeah, pew pew. That's right. All over you. That's for sure. But that's it. I think that's all my housekeeping going on this week. Outside of, we did our taxes. You know, they said, oh my gosh, we're not going to get this done. And then they called us like 2 days later. Yeah, we're done with your taxes. I'm like, okay, so we had to go sign for them. Had to pay the tax bill, and then I got to pay a bill to them. But then I'm getting a little bit of a rebate from the state or
federal. You got a refund. State, we had to pay.
What's going on, state? Coming after me for money. Everybody, people, I feel like I just have money going out all times. It was Emma's birthday this week, so shout out to her. We had her, let's spend some money for that. Spend some money here. And then where did we go to dinner? We went to Taco Bell the other night for dinner. The kids just hankering. Oh, let's go to Taco Bell. Let's be cheap for dinner. 4 people at Taco Bell. I got one of those cheap burritos, and I got 1 hard shell taco. And the kids got 3 burritos. They had like a burrito and a half each. And then Angie got some deluxe box, and that's where the cost was. That's where but it was like $50.
No, you know what gets is all the drinks.
And I said,
that's a whole other person.
Those kids drink water. That's what they need to drink. But it was like $50. It was like $50 at Taco Bell. It's out of control.
Oh, you can't go anywhere for less than $10 per person.
Gosh, Taco Bell is just ridiculous. It feels like it should be $25. It's a scam, and we need to put it on the blacklist. We need to stop going to Taco Bell is what we need to do. And then with Emma, you know, she got to choose her birthday, and thankfully she went to Panera, but it was still like $60 at Panera.
You know, at Taco John's, a 6-pack in a pound's $20 now. It used to be like 13.
You go to Taco John's. Not everybody knows what a Taco John's is, but on Tuesdays, it's only $1.19 for a hard shell taco. That's where we need to go. But then the kids, we're not going to Taco John's. We're Taco Bell kids. Get out of here with that. Taco Bells have not mastered the way of the potato olé. Real ones know the power of the potato olé. But my favorite is still Taco Tico. And then I found out this week, I shared this with Angie. I'm going to share it with you guys. Apparently what Taco Tico puts in their meat is crushed up oatmeal. They like
ground it up. They grind up.
Grind up like real fine and mix it in there. It's like kind of like filler, I guess, and volume matter. But it's amazing. I love Taco Tico. Sign me up all day long. I wish I could go more often. There's only like 5 in the world, and luckily 2 are in my state. But they're hour and a half, 2.5 hours away. But Neither here nor there, but did pay the tax man. Did celebrate Emma's birthday. She got a lot of K-pop. She got some Nido. Coming in hot with the Nidos as of late. Those are all the rage, apparently. But, you know, us fig finders here, we find that kind of stuff as we do. Or wait in line for a long time, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Who knows? But there it is. That's the housekeeping. Look at that. I had nothing to talk about. Here we are 20 minutes in. 20 minutes in. But Angie, now it's time for a deeper dive brought to you by Decade Eyewear. Pick up a pair of shades. Save yourself $10. All right, Angie, it's time for a deeper dive. And Angie, we're doing a little tradition here as we did this last year as well. And Angie has not been prepped for this, so it'll be interesting to see how this nets out. But Angie, I don't know if you're aware, this week, as you guys are watching this, as this does drop Tuesday, early for Patreon members once again, but this weekend is Wrestlemania weekend. And I'm very excited for Wrestlemania, kind of. Not really, maybe, but I'll watch Wrestlemania. I always do, ever since I was a kid. I'm always more excited for the Hall of Fame in a lot of ways. But anyways, it's always a fun weekend, Wrestlemania weekend. I'll be enjoying it. I won't have to leave the house for a couple of days. Maybe get a pizza ordered in, even though Angie's so anti-pizza. Don't get me started on that again. And the kids, they've all turned against me. Everybody anti-pizza, but plot twist in the question of the week. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But WrestleMania weekend fast approaching here. And last year on the channel, Angie, we did our WrestleMania predictions. And it's funny is because Angie knows enough to be dangerous, but to say you're invested like you are with the Madison or Veronica Mars would be a stretch. But Angie knows most of the... I watch
it way less than I used to.
Yeah, she knows most of the performers. She knows most of the names. You won't know some of these here, I'm sure. But enough to be quasi-dangerous. So it'll be interesting because last year I think her predictions were better than me not knowing anything.
And we were really similar, I feel like.
Kind of, yes. Weird. So we'll see where it goes. But we're going to do night 1, night 2, because as of filming right now, they just released the cards for night 1, night 2. Now notice that could change, but as of right now, this is the card that was released on ESPN or something like that. So we're going to go through, and we're going to go through night 1 of WrestleMania. Now, Angie, I think it's starting off with this. We'll see, but we're just going to go in the order of the poster here. So it does say a 6-man tag team match.
Oh, good Lord.
It is LA Knight, Jimmy and Jey Uso versus Austin Theory, Logan Paul, your boyfriend, and I Show Speed. I Show Speed getting a Mania match. Wild to see that there. So who is going to win?
What?
Yeah.
So it's like these the Uso brothers and Knight versus they'll win.
Who?
The Uso brothers.
He thinks I Show Speed, Logan Paul, and Austin will lose. So Angie's going to go them. So, okay, that works for me.
Is that how you're going to, or no?
I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to go Logan Paul and I Show Speed and Austin Theory win. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. I Show Speed, Angie doesn't know this, and I don't want to know this, but apparently him and LA Knight kind of have a feud, and it's based on like mistakes and accidentally hitting him and stuff. And I Show Speed doesn't want to be with Logan Paul. So I have a feeling Logan Paul is going to get knocked out by I Show Speed. I Show Speed's going to squash the beef with LA Knight and party with the Usos, and they're going to yeet off into the sunset for WrestleMania. That's what I think is going to happen. So I'm picking Knight and the Usos. You're picking Logan Paul?
No, I picked Knight and the Usos.
Okay, so we got the same thing going on then. So it's a wash. It's a wash. We're picking the same one. Okay. Next up is an unsanctioned match, Angie. Unsanctioned. That means anything goes. So we got Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu Yadameen.
Oh, gosh.
Now, you got to remember one thing about Jacob Fatu is he's all gas, no brakes. You have to remember that with him. That's a key. But Drew McIntyre, he has had swords in the past, so you never know in an unsanctioned match. Could he pull a sword out? Could he go full Braveheart? You never know what might happen. But also, much like myself, I spent some time in Oz Penitentiary before you knew me. So I lived at Oz for a while. It wasn't good. Adebisi and our storied feud goes on forever. My buddy Beecher gets a little strange from time to time, but I was friends with Beecher a little bit. I also hung out with a guy that looked just like Peter Criss. Real ones know. But anyways, Jacob Fatu also been to prison. So you also got to take that into consideration. So I'm going to pick first on this one here.
I'm going Fatu.
And I'm going Fatu because he's been in prison. So
he's got the if you're not cheating, you're not trying mentality.
Oh, he's got that.
Does he cheat on women too? He looks like you would.
Oh, my goodness. Well, whatever happens, I guess, out there. So poor Drew McIntyre. So we're on the same wavelength for both of these. So we're really crossing these things off right now. So next up, WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match. So it's 4 different teams for the tag titles. So you got Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair.
I'm going over there.
You got so you got to pick one of the teams of the 4.
Oh, so there are 4 tag teams.
4 tag teams for the tag titles. So then you got Lash Legend, Nia Jax. They're the champions. You got the Bella Twins, and then you got Bayley and Lyra Valkyria here. So we got 4 different teams.
I'm going to go with Bliss and Flair.
I am going to take the Bellas. Why? Because they've never been tag champs. I could see that. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I think Nia and Lash will lose. I don't think Charlotte and Alexa will because they were just coming off the tag title, so I don't see that. And I could honestly see Bayley and Lyra kind of have a breakup. I think that could be a breakup during this thing. I could also see Charlotte and Alexa possibly feuding in the future, maybe. So I'm going to go Bellas for a feel-good moment. So I think I feel like I'm going to win this. I feel like
I want to.
Feel like she made a big mistake, but it's too late. You locked in. You hit the button and you locked in. I saw you. But Angie has not coughed. Somebody said they enjoy your coughing every single week. Somebody commented that last week, and now Angie's going to start coughing because I brought it up.
Because I have allergies really bad right now. For some reason, my finger is really itching. If you see me fussing with it, I'm having like a little, and my eyes are so itchy.
Stay away from me.
I'm having a little fit.
Well, fits. All right. Well, we continue on. Women's Intercontinental Championship match. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. AJ Lee is the current champion.
Lynch.
I think I'm going to go AJ Lee. I don't know. It's a pick 'em to me, but I could see AJ retaining. I don't know. We'll see. That's just where my head is right now.
Okay.
Next up, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Just a straight up regular match. I feel like this wasn't the plan. A lot of rumors that he was going to try to retire Rey Mysterio or retire Chris Jericho. Obviously, those didn't come to fruition. So it's just Seth Rollins, which feels very forced to me. Obviously, with the vision and that whole thing with Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, Bronson, injuries really derailing a lot of that stuff. So this just feels kind of thrown together to get 2 stars on the card. Kind of is what it is. I honestly wouldn't be shocked to see that as the opening match. So
is Rollins and Lynch married in real life?
Yes.
I think that Rollins will.
Well, can you say it a little louder so the microphone can pick it up?
I think Rollins will win.
Angie whispering over here. So I'll go Gunther just to be different. I have no idea, but I do think Rollins probably will win. But you never know. Gunther, we're going to pick that one there. Next up, Women's World Championship match. Stephanie Vacour, the champion, versus Liv Morgan. So I'll take Stephanie. That's fine with me. I think you might be right, but I don't know. Liv Morgan got a nasty bump on her head this week, so that was a rough go. But
I saw it on social media. No.
I'll go Stephanie, but I don't know. Do they want to have Liv win? I could see it be a bad night, so we'll see. We'll see. But I'll go Stephanie, you go Liv. And then the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton with Pat McAfee, which is...
What's that mean?
Pat McAfee's going to be in his corner, which is the dumbest thing ever, because I thought that whole thing really ruined and took a lot of the steam out of that match for me. I was getting very excited. I really wanted to see like Arn Anderson or even Bob Orton to be in Randy's corner. I wanted to see a legend to help kind of go over. Pat McAfee feels like he has nothing to do with any of this, and I don't think he feels that way. He doesn't. It doesn't feel right to me. So it really took my win. I was getting more and more excited for this one, which I would have said I wouldn't. Now I'm not very excited at all. So,
well, I'll pick Orton.
And I guess I do feel like Randy Orton's going to win this, so I'm going to pick Orton as well. I do think he's going to win. He's going to get number 15. And it's seeing how it's night 1. You know, they always say they want to send the crowd home happy. Since it's night 1 and you got night 2 to make them happy again, I think Orton is going to win this. And I think that's a good choice. It's a good choice. So I'm going to go Randy Orton. We'll have to figure this out later as far as writing this stuff down. Memorize your picks, hopefully. So.
Oh, I think I remember what I picked.
Okay, well, good. Well, now we go to night 2. We go to the Sunday night, the main event for WrestleMania here.
No, this is where it's getting weird because I don't know a lot of these people.
So we're going to start it off with the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. So you got Dragon Lee, you got Miro, you got Rey Mysterio, don't call him Junior. We got JD McDonough, we got Penta, and we got Javon Evans in this match.
So one person wins?
One person will climb the ladder to win the Intercontinental title.
Well, I've heard of Mysterio and I've heard of Penta.
Penta is the champion.
I'm going to pick Penta.
That's probably a pretty good choice on that one there. I think Penta too. But it's one of those things, too, where Penta can lose the title and it doesn't mean like he lost because it's a ladder match and there's so many other things going on. Rusev is in the big guy bruiser, like the Kane position is what it looks like to me. Dragon Lee and JD McDonough are going to do some highlights, but I don't think either of them will win. Ray would be a feel-good win if they could make that happen, but I think Ray's just there for some nostalgia, legend, and a way to get him on the card. So I don't think that's going to happen. To me, it's going to be between Javon Evans and Penta who wins this one. And I'm going to pick Javon Evans in a surprise. They're going to say, oh, he's the youngest Intercontinental Champion ever. Shocked everybody. It's a ladder match, so it doesn't feel like he really beat anybody. Regardless, he's going to do some crazy moves off a ladder. I'm going to go Javon Evans. You're going Penta?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be one of those two, in all honesty. So we'll see where that goes. The match I'm probably the most excited for because I love a big Haas fight. This is like the old days where two big guys. And that's what I
heavyweights.
I like the heavyweight action in wrestling. And I miss the old days of the 80s when there was big guys all the time. And now it's a lot of flippity-floppity guys, which is fine. But it's too much flippity-floppity. I want more muscles. I want more big, defined muscular in my men.
You love them.
I love big, thick, muscly men. No doubt about it. Just like Angie. Angie likes the skinny little guys, I think. I don't know. But it's going to be Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Now, this is going to be interesting because I could see this being rematched possibly at SummerSlam, which is in Minnesota, which is obviously where Brock is from. And rumors are Brock is going to retire at SummerSlam. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'll be Gunther at SummerSlam. I'm not sure. We don't really know where it goes. But Obafemi, a big test here. I have been an Obafemi fan since night one on NXT. I have thought he's huge. I hate his stupid little dance. People like that. I hate the dance. But I do like Obafemi. He's the future of the big guy. This is almost a passing the torch moment. So where does Angie go on this one here?
I guess I'll go with Lesnar.
I'm going to go Obafemi. So we'll see. But I could see Lesnar too, but we'll see. But
I have no clue.
I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be short.
It's weird I know less people on this night.
Well, weird. So there you go. I'm going Obafemi. She's going Lesnar. And then we got Sami Zayn, who is the United States champion, versus Trick Williams.
Zayn.
Trick Daddy. I'm going Trick Williams all day long. Another guy, the moment I saw on NXT, I loved. He used to be with Carmelo Hayes. I was like, why isn't Trick out in front? And now he is. He's hitting on all cylinders for me. So I'm here for old Trick Williams. I'm here for Obafemi. And so far, Javon Evans. So I'm playing the race card is what I'm doing. Is what I'm doing here. As they say, always bet on black. And that's what I'm doing right here today, Angie. I'm doing that here today. 3 in a row, but it's crazy.
I remember when I said that one time and you're like, you can't say
that.
And we cut it out of the podcast.
Yeah, because
now you're saying it.
Well, I
always bet on black.
A lot of people say to me a lot of times that like they assume I'm just like a black guy because of my experiences and my understanding of the world. We all see
live
things.
This thug life, yeah.
I'm a thug at the end of the day. West Side KP, you ever heard that before? West Side KP? That's me at the end of the day. But I'm backing my boys. That's what I'm doing here. That's
love black people. Show me the money.
But these are 3 of my favorite up-and-coming wrestlers. So I gotta call it like I see it, Angie.
Well, I know what you're gonna pick next.
I don't see color, as many know. I don't see color. Maybe you do, but not me. Not me. But that's where I'm going. So then now we got Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley.
I'll pick Rhea.
Well, I'm picking Rhea Ripley too, though, in a plot twist. I'm breaking the code here. I know. I stand with the brothers, but not the sisters. That's what I do here. But
that's crazy.
Jade, I feel like her time is up, and Rhea is just like on another level, and I can see them doing that. But they could plot twist us, and I always hate it because they always have WrestleMania Backlash the next month, and a lot of these matches will get ran back, and they'll just do the opposite finish. I hate it when they do that, and I can see Jade winning and then Rhea winning at the next one. Doesn't feel as special, but I think Rhea will win this. But you never know. I could see Io Sky getting involved. There's rumors that Asuka and Io are going to have a match for WrestleMania, maybe a pre-show match. As of right now, that's not on the card at all. But I'm going to go Rhea, and you're going Rhea as well.
Yes.
Next up, we got the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
What is that how he always dresses?
No. For special matches, he becomes the Demon, much like I do in the bedroom.
Oh, my God. Speechless.
But
yeah, I'm going to go with the Demon.
I feel like I have to go to the Demon as well, but it sucks because it feels like whenever the Demon wrestles, he loses. So it's like it's all this build up, and it very rarely happens. But now it makes it feel like the Demon doesn't mean anything. But I do think Dominic will lose the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania here, and I'm going to go with the Demon Finn Balor. One of my absolute favorites. I haven't really enjoyed his Judgment Day run. A lot of people like it. I feel like he's just been put on a back burner he doesn't deserve to be on. I hope the Demon rises. He gets the Intercontinental title. We'll see where that ends up going. But Angie, that leads us to the main event. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. CM Punk champion. Who walks out champion?
I don't know. Now I feel like, now that I know he's on the card, I feel like his wife will win the day before and they'll both win.
Well, you can say that about Becky Lynch and Seth, too.
I know, but this is bigger.
You just never know what's going to happen. Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
Did he just get the heavyweight champion?
He's been for a little bit. I don't know, a couple months. I don't know. It's really is a pick-em here. Who knows? But Angie, you always say bet on Samoan. Always bet on Samoan. So I don't know. But yeah, it's a pick-em.
I mean, I'd pick Roman Reigns to take home for sure over CM Punk.
Oh, stop it. Will you stop?
You pick first.
I am going Roman Reigns because I would also take him home over CM Punk. No.
Oh,
I would
God.
take CM Punk home. My heart says CM Punk. My brain says Roman Reigns. I feel like they want Roman back on top coming after WrestleMania. A changing of things. A new start.
Okay. I better go with Reigns because I picked his wife to lose. So I got to shift.
CM Punk's wife to lose.
Right. So I shouldn't pick him because he should also lose.
Could be a sad night for the Punk family.
Yep. I think it will be.
All right. Well, I'm going Roman Reigns. Angie's going Roman Reigns. So we're going to have to figure this out to see, throw a few of these out or whatever. But I don't know. It'll be an interesting WrestleMania. Now, Angie, here's the plot twist. Do you think you'll watch any of this? It'll be like 8 hours of wrestling in 2 days.
It'll be a surprise the next day.
It will be next Tuesday. Well,
Angie, you beat me.
How did it come out? Angie will say, who won? What happened? I forgot about that.
Did I win? Did I win? Did I win?
Well, I know I'll be filming a lot of videos and editing and doing a lot of that kind of stuff. That's going to be my plan while I watch WrestleMania, kind of from the couch with one eye over. And I don't plan on going out to dinner or anything that night. So probably going to order a pizza and stay in that night is what we'll end up doing. Or what'll probably happen is, I'll get you a pizza or something. Me and the girls are going to go to Chick-fil-A or something like that.
Oh, I love that idea.
I hate that idea. Get me out of there. But we'll see. I think that's last year.
No, Chick-fil-A's closed on Sundays.
Oh, well, Saturday and Sunday. But last year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you guys went to Chick-fil-A and then you picked me up a pizza at Wig and Penn for WrestleMania. You remember that?
Oh, that's funny.
So that's what actually
Wig and Penn, but Felix and Oscars.
Oh, yeah, Felix and Oscars. And it was still terrible. And it was not a very good pizza that time. So
that's sad.
It is what it is. So there it is. A little deeper dive. That's our WrestleMania predictions. What do we got next? What's next? What's next in this?
Let's try food with
Deutsch. Duh. That's right. It's time to try new foods because they might taste good. Brought to you by Deutsch Snacking Dough.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. We gotta try new food because they might taste good.
All right, Angie, it's time to try new foods because it might taste good. And the whispers out there says you have 2 different things for us this week, Angie.
It's green theme, just like your little guy over there.
Green theme for the creature. I should have
worn
worn
All right, we got a new
shirt.
Dew, Dirty Mountain Dew, cream soda Dew. And then we got the zero.
Oh, okay.
We got the zero sugar one. The other one was like 300 calories. I was like, oh, hell no.
So we got Dirty
Mountain Dew. And then we got the a new pickle punch.
Pickle Punch Takis. So it's green theme. St. Patrick's Day? No. So these Takis.
In case you want to use this for a thumbnail. I'm weird. Go ahead.
So the pickle Takis are.
Why did I hide it?
Yeah, I don't know why you're hiding it. Who are you hiding those from? Angie's going to eat the whole bag later. So the pickle Takis, I believe in the United States, they might be available at Kroger and Five Below currently, but available everywhere in the future. So if you're after them, I would say Five Below is your best bet right now.
I didn't think they were going to have spice because sometimes the flavor do, but these do.
So
they definitely have a spice, medium spice level.
Okay, so pickle Takis. We all know Takis by now. Very famous. The #1 for Gen Z or whatever. Yeah. Very loud with the crinkling.
Sorry.
Crinkling up a mess over there. But dill pickle is on trend lately, so a lot of people liking pickle flavored things. Angie, how do you feel about pickles?
I love
I'm
pickles.
talking about the food pickles.
I love pickles.
Well, you love any pickle, anything. You like them sweet, sour, salty. How do you like your pickles?
I eat them with a lot of eye contact.
Yeah, that's true. It's unnerving. It's unnerving sometimes. I'm looking at, whoa, she's just right there.
I just take them all.
It's crazy that, yeah, it's true. Very lucky.
I brought us a little surprise. I thought it'd be fun to take it like we're doing a little shot glass, and I picked our little I found these in
Those things have faded in color.
I know, but they're Guar because the Guar just played in Des Moines last night.
I didn't even know that. I was at
It was a bloodbath.
I got those at probably the greatest concert I ever went to in my life. The greatest concert I ever went to in my life was Mayhem Fest 2000.
I cleaned them, don't worry.
2004, I think it was. You had Slipknot, you had the original Black Sabbath, the reunion of Judas Priest. We had Black Label Society on there. That was a Black Label was there. That was a great concert. And that's where I got those shot glasses from. So those are very old shot glasses.
Yeah, they were probably clear at one point.
Yeah, they've faded over the years. So, but I was talking about the pickles, and now you're getting over to the...
Well, I thought I wanted to try this first because once this is in my mouth.
That's fine, but I just wanted to cover all the bases, talk these up. Angie burying the lead as usual here. So back to the pickles, Angie, though. Pickles are on trend right now. A lot of people are liking them. And me personally, I'm not a big chip guy and all that kind of stuff. But lately, I've been eating the Miss Vicks spicy dill pickle chips.
Like they're going out of style.
And I really enjoy those. And they remind me, I'm very nostalgic, Angie. I'm a nostalgic person. We talked about going to Godfather's last week. About was getting in touch with my grandparents. We used to go there all the time. And then you guys crapped all over it. Said it's the worst pizza ever. And just ruined my whole night, really. Really ruined my week. Let's be honest. But the dill pickle Miss Vicky's or Miss Vicks or whatever, they taste just like these local chips I used to have as a little kid. So it's like bringing back memories going to the gas station on my bicycle and getting my pennies and quarters to buy that stuff. I think I'm at the end of my life cycle is what's going on because you get very nostalgic supposedly at the end of your life. And I think it's coming any day. This could be the last episode. You never know when it might be. So
I love peanut butter sandwiches with dill pickle chips on them. That was my favorite snack as a kid. You put them on and
Angie's pregnant. Yeah, there you go. But I enjoy dill pickle stuff. So I'm not a huge pickle person. I like them, but I don't like them on a lot of sandwiches. So it just depends. Now, transitioning over to this Mountain Dew, which we're going to try here. What is a dirty Mountain Dew? What is in it? Cream?
I think it's going to kind of taste like it's a mix of a cream soda and a Mountain Dew.
I hate cream soda. I hate root beer. I hate Dr. Pepper. So I have a feeling I'm not going to like this. I like Mountain Dew, but I can't drink full throttle Mountain Dew anymore. It gives me a headache. I like a Diet Dew, but
a traditional dirty would just be it means it has coffee creamer in it. It has a pump of coffee creamer.
And you do that with a lot of things. You like to put coffee creamer and stuff. But you are a dirty girl at the end of the day.
I'm really dirty.
Really dirty. It's filthy in a lot of ways.
But really clean.
But really clean at the same time.
It's dirty over here. It's clean. Let's just take our little
It's
shot.
too much for me to handle. It's too much. But here we are, Angie. A shot.
It's like we're 20 years old again. Or 21. 21. It's definitely very cream soda-y. It doesn't even taste Mountain Dewy.
No.
Yeah, I don't like it. Well, I mean, I like cream soda, but I didn't get any Mountain Dew from that.
You love cream. I know that.
It's very cream soda. It basically tastes like cream soda.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. At all. I don't like it at all.
Should we try it straight from the bottle? Just in case the glasses get poisoned. Or does it taste the same?
Tastes the same. I don't like it. I can't even explain it. It does have that cream soda kick at the end, which I absolutely hate.
I get the cream soda right away, and then there's a bite at the end, but it doesn't give
That's
me
the dirty.
It doesn't give me the aftertaste of Mountain Dew at the end.
That's the dirty part of it, I think.
It just tastes like cream soda. So I mean,
I don't know. They have regular edition. They got diet. They got all kinds. And one of those things, but not for me.
Not for me either.
What are you giving it? A 5?
1.5.
I'm giving it a 0 or a 1. God awful.
I'm excited for these. I'm excited that they have spice. I didn't think they would have spice to them.
Angie loves a little spice on her pickle.
Oh my gosh, look at this one. Do you want this one? It has so much seasoning.
That's a strong pickle. Now, I can tell you a lot about Takis, being an insider and all, kind of. But if you haven't tried them, there's the new KC barbecue ones that are absolutely amazing. They're like a barbecue one. She didn't like it. Everybody in my house didn't like it.
It's very smokehousey. It literally gives you the taste, not you're eating a barbecue chip, but you took a bite of barbecue, like a brisket.
That's what it is. That's
and
what I love.
So it's gives me an ick because it's feels like I have meat
if you've ever had a burnt end or a corner piece of brisket that has kind of the char, that's the sweet spot of that. It has that taste when you put it in your mouth. Yeah. It's a very smoky one. It's very strong, but it's very different than your normal barbecue chips.
So you wouldn't be able to eat them with a sandwich or something because it throws off. It would be something you'd snack on.
It was amazing. So those are out right now. But we're gonna try this bad boy here.
Cheers.
Smells very pickly.
They really nail the authentic flavor. Like Takis never taste artificial. That tastes like you almost dunked it in pickle brine.
There's a small hint of spice,
It
not
could be
terribly.
spicier. That's what I was gonna say. I wish it was spicier.
Boy, but that really
It's
tastes
really good though.
That really tastes like I was eating a pickle.
Yeah, it's weird.
I feel like I just got a pickle out of a jar and just ate a pickle.
Takis really does nail that.
Try one
Flavors.
more. There's a little kick on the back end, a little one.
Actually, yeah, I just oh my god, I just swallowed like a spicy bit. Should I eat another one? Probably not. Poke them.
Now, these aren't going to replace my Miss Vicky chips, but these are okay.
Mm-hmm. But
These are
they taste straight up like a pickle.
a lot better than I thought they were going to be.
You're like, oh.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Angie's going to wash it down with some dirty Mountain Dew. You're always washing down with that cream, that's for sure. That's for sure. Are you still entering that 4th of July wet t-shirt contest? I forgot to ask you about that. You still going to do that? You should. I don't know why. You've won it 3 years in a row. You got to defend it for the 4th time. I want to see that happen. And we'll play some sand volleyball while we're at it. It's always a great 4th of July around these parts.
Mm-hmm.
But, Angie, if you had to rate this pickle, what would you rate it? Not mine. Those. Out of 5.
I'm going to give it 3.75.
Now, are you rating that on everything scale or a pickle scale?
Just like everything scale. Like,
Okay.
like Miss Vicky's spicy for me is like almost a 5. Like those are what I would eat if I wanted to.
I don't know if I would ever order these again or get these again, but for what they are, they over deliver, I will say.
Yeah.
And I'm hit and miss with Taki depending on the flavor, what it is. I mean, our kids love the blue heat. I probably prefer the regular ones, or the cheese ones are pretty good sometimes. Barbecue, I absolutely love. Didn't like the jalapeno ones. I don't like the limon ones, but these are solid. Now, this would be something I eat every day. I probably wouldn't buy them again, but for what they are in the taste profile, and I mean, they over deliver on what you think you're going to get. So I'm going to go a 4.5 out of 5 on these. I mean, I could eat them, but I just don't eat a lot of that kind of stuff. But if Miss Vicky's is a 5 for me, that's a 4.5. That's pretty strong. Kudos to the Taki Barcel team out there.
Crunch up some pickles and do it on breading on a chicken.
Yeah, people do that. I've heard of it.
Really good.
I've heard of it. So there it is, Angie. That's an interesting one. The tale of hot garbage and the tale of something that was pretty darn good. And a tale of green is what that one was as well. And we're going to leave a trail of green as we move into our next segment, as it's time for Story Time with Kyle. All right, Angie, it's time for Story Time with Kyle, and a fairly short story here. I was going to tell
Speaking of short, I'm just a baby. Right?
I was going to tell a really long story this week, and I said I just don't have it in me to get all worked up, get my blood pressure going with this story. So I'll save it for the future, but it's an all-timer. It's one of my first life lessons as a supervisor at work as a young man, and might have involved me jumping over the table and trying to fist fight a guy in the process of firing him. HR getting called. It's a long story.
It's crazy how much you've mellowed out in your old age.
I'm still not as mellow as I used to be, but I had a hair trigger, especially back then. And I had a lot of good mentors in management that said, Kyle, and I'll never forget that day. Kyle, that was great, but let me show you how we really do it. And I'll never forget old Larry saying that to me. Larry, long retired, good guy, salt of the earth. Oh, a lot to Larry, but Kyle, he's like, I don't know about this young guy. He's a little bit of a cannon, but we'll get to that story one of these days. I don't know. But we're going to a little shorter story here for Story Time with Kyle. And I was reminded of this yesterday as I was in a fabulous grocery store yesterday. I was moving, I was shaking, I had my selling shoes on. And long story short, a guy I have loved forever. That's for sure. But I'll say it, Darren. Shout out to Darren. He's 6'8", just like my dad. So I just feel like my dad. But he is now the store director at this big store here. And I just happened to find that out yesterday. I went into the store and it was like two old chums just chumming around.
Just chumming each other.
Yeah, just chumming each other. But Darren's salt of the earth. One of the greatest guys, too. And it was great to catch up with him. And he's going to do huge things for the store. So I was very excited, all that kind of stuff. But I also, while I was there, it just jogged my memory and I couldn't help but laugh. And I always think back to my grandparents and stuff, going shopping, going to stores, be a grocery store, Target, Walmart, whatever it was. As this is a part of town where it's a lot of older clientele, a lot of grandmas in this area. It's an older part of the city. So, the old ladies and the old men live there. They're going to die. And in the next 5-10 years, going to be a lot of young families moving in there. So what's going to happen? But right now, it's pretty old people driven. And it's a nice blue collar area there on that side of town. And I don't know why that adds to this, but maybe it brings me back to my grandparents being blue collar and
It sets
stuff.
the stage.
Yeah. So I'm in the store, and all of a sudden you hear over the page, could the mother of Robert come to the front desk at the customer service? As, Robert was basically missing and lost in the store and went there. And Paige, you don't hear that much anymore, though, do you? Do you ever hear that in your stores you're in ever?
No.
It's a weird thing. Now, when I was a kid, that was all the time. It was constantly. And I think a lot of it has to do with cell phones and all that. You can find everybody. You get lost in the store. Like, we've had it happen. Mm-hmm. I'm over in the toy aisle. She's back in the milk at Walmart. And she's getting the milk and the udders or something over there.
And then somehow we go to find each other. We miss each other.
We miss you. Because I like to cut through, like, the clothes and all these other aisles. I try to stay off the main path where all the traffic is. And let's be honest, all the germs. Try to stay away from some of these people. But yeah, we crisscross in the night, so we have to call each other, and it usually ends up car. I'm in the car, or Angie.
It is weird. The kids don't really run loose outside of the carts anymore. And I think that's a lot of it. Like, they're contained, and then they have a phone in their hand or an iPad, and it's like,
you see these kids with iPads inside the cart or whatever. There's a lot of that
kids used to just run wild.
But yeah, so that's what goes to this story here. This kid getting paged reminded me of my grandma. Shout out to Grandma Mert. We mentioned her a lot here on the channel. She's blind these days, but she's still hanging in there. So shout out to her. She's a real one if there ever was one. But we used to go to the Walmarts all the time. We went to the Target. She would take us shopping. And you know what? The minute I walked in the Walmart front door, the Target front door, I darted off like I was Carl Lewis back in the Olympics. And she would be getting her cart. I would be, halfway across the store, sprinting to the back toy aisle. And I was always excited, what can I find for me? And then it was fun because I go to my grandparents off the beaten path for my dad's toy hunting stuff. So I'd be looking for starting lineups for him. I'd be looking for all this kind of stuff. But I would just be darting out there. My grandma, get in the cart. And by the time she looks around, I'm long gone. And nobody thought anything of it back in the 80s and the early 90s, of course, on those kind of things. Even though there was a lot of kidnappers back then. And I don't know if I ever tell the story about the guy that tried to kidnap you one time. Who'd want me? Who'd want me? But there was kidnappers like crazy. Anybody heard Johnny Gosh right up the street from me? We'll tell that story one day on the channel. That still has scarred me to this day. And it's always a case that has intrigued me to this day. But kidnappers were on every corner back in the 80s and 90s. If you were there, you were a real one. You knew what it was like. You saw those guys in those white vans and black vans. You knew they were up to no good. It wasn't like a B.A. Baracus in his black van driving around. That was a van I'd jump in gladly. Face, Murdoch. Oh, I'm here. I'm with my people. But no, it was like real kidnappers back then.
Once you become parents, you're like, why would people kidnap these things?
Yeah, why would you?
You're trying to give it away.
Yeah, why would you ever want? I mean, who wants all that work?
Who's stealing one of these things?
Who wants all that work? Unless they're doing nefarious things like you do to me.
Oh, that's so true.
Probably it, but who knows?
Naughty.
But anyways, I would always run off and I'd be without my grandpa, and I never thought of it. My grandpa and grandma, I'd be doing my thing and they do their thing. My grandma would be getting her Fig Newtons, whatever grandmas do. I don't know. Hard candies and things. You know what grandmas are up to, and looking at clothes. Grandma probably said, oh, this Winnie Pooh sweatshirt would look great on me. I'm going to get this Winnie the Pooh oversized sweatshirt to lounge around on the couch in. And I always joke to her, like, you're just a step away from wearing an Eeyore shirt is what you're wearing.
Oh, my
it's
God.
Just crazy grandma stuff. Oh, grandmas, gotta love them. But I'd always get out in the store and, you couldn't call, you couldn't do anything. And it never failed as my grandma, and still to this day, and Angie will contest to this, I hate asking for anything. What do I hate more than life that you yelled at me and tried to get me to do it last night and I refused?
Order food in a fast food
in a fast food drive-up. I detest it. I detest it. They're crackling on their end. They can't hear you. Can you repeat that? Okay, go ahead on your order.
So he makes me yell from the passenger seat.
Well, it would always happen.
Can I get a number 6?
That's exactly right. So they're yelling over there.
Ghetto.
They're yelling through, and it's like, okay, I read my whole order off. Sorry, could you repeat all that? It never fails, all that. I usually go inside. I just go inside and do it. I'd rather see somebody face to face.
Call and make an appointment.
Nope.
Hex no.
I'm not doing it. That's
Get
your
out of
job.
here.
That's Angie's job. Asking for an action figure in the aisle. Angie, you know what you always do. So, like, if I ever ask, and I never ask because it takes away some of the thrill of the hunt for me personally, but I don't ask a lot. But I have Angie ask every once in a while. Say, could you ask? Here's the code. You see if you can get it. And then Angie always does the move. She's like, okay, I'll ask. And then she starts, unbuttoning down. She does that whole thing, and it never fails. They always bring it out of the back for her. We're literally 10 minutes earlier. I said, sir, we don't have that. We can't go in the back room and search. But then Angie just unbuttons a button or two, shows it off, frees the nipple.
It is what it is.
Next thing you know, but yeah, like last night at Wendy's, I refused to order to the thing. But I will say I should bring up, Oh, I should have brought this up in the housekeeping yesterday, Angie, but I did try the new Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. And we're getting a little off tangent.
I know,
here.
you're like, your story was here.
It's going all over the place, but I better get this in before I forget it.
Mhm.
It was very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Much
And she
better.
snuck a bite when I moved away, which was really a dirty maneuver.
More spicy, consistently, like, the chicken was consistent throughout. It didn't have any, like, weird spots.
Yeah, a lot of times it'll have a big
Crunchy.
hump through it. It was flat, kind of like it was smashed out. It was crunchy.
And it was way more crunchy than normal, right? It wasn't
Planko
rubbery.
breading or panko or
Mhm.
something.
He just gets it plain. I would love it with a little pickle mayo.
Yeah, you love that white
lettuce.
sauce. Any white sauce you're putting on there.
Some hot sauce, maybe.
I got
Get a
some
little
mayo
more
I make
spicy.
at home. I jar it up myself. I'll put that on. You could try that, but
Oh my gosh.
full of oil
That's
as
for
well.
my skincare. That's
Yeah.
why my skin looks so nice.
That's right. That's right. Gives you
That's
that
why
shine.
I'm always so shiny.
Gives you that shine.
People are always like, why is Angie so shiny?
Why is she so
There was
shiny?
one comment one time was like, Angie's so shiny.
Shiny. She was glistening with some cream on there. Who knows? But
Oh my
But that was good. So that's a little follow-up from last week. I did try that spicy chicken. They're off the ban list for now. I'll try it again. We'll see what happens. We'll see where that goes in the future. But long story short, I hate asking for stuff. So I'm lost in a store. Where's grandma? Where are they? Or whatever. And I could usually find them. I was quick on my feet back then. I'm still somewhat quick. But it never failed as my grandma had no shame. She would ask for anything. I would always say, Grandma, could you ask me if they have this, this, this? She would have no problems.
Mhm.
Never shy. Never shy. And but she would always go to the front desk and have me page to the front. She would do that in every single store. And sometimes we'd go to like Kmart, Target, Walmart, like the mall, and she would page every single time. I don't even think she'd look around. She wouldn't even look for me. She'd just immediately go to those people at the front desk. Hey, could you page my grandson? Kyle, your grandma is up here looking for you. I'll never forget it, reverberating through the stars. And I'd always look up like this because there'd be the speaker there. And I'm, what? Oh, grandma's looking for me? Uh-oh. I'm like, oh, maybe it's a different Kyle. Maybe it's a different Kyle. But my grandma always did that. She
Our
would
kids would
page.
die if we did that to them.
Die.
Absolutely
Die. And that's the fun thing is when I worked at a grocery store, I asked the other day, I was at one of those stores and I said, hey, is it still 7-0 to get on the page intercom system? Because when I was a kid working, so it's a weird dynamic for me. I'm very personable. I like to talk and stuff, but I hate the stuff like talking on the drive-thru and all that. But I loved it as a kid and still to this day at a grocery store, you hit that 7-0 and you get on that live intercom. You know I was taking advantage of that. And I would be so annoying on there. I'd be like, Scott, could you come to aisle 15? There is a customer. And like I would drag it all out and just like all this dead air, which is just god awful and terrible. And I would get on there too. Like we used to have a guy that would do all these hourly pages. We got hot rotisserie chickens, only $4 today. Get it. It's only a half hour. It's your deal of the day. And he would do all that kind of stuff. And then sometimes and he was a really nice guy too. You met him. You know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The hawk, red hair. Anyways, he would do that stuff. But then I would get on there like 10 minutes later, just kind of to take the piss out of it. Is that what they say? And I would be like, we got a huge sale. It's hot outside. Get your bags of ice. And I would like go on about bags of ice. We got block ice. We got crushed ice. We got chipped ice. All in your frozen
We got
food.
dry ice.
Yeah, I would go on that whole thing. It was probably super annoying back then, but it cracked me up and the guys I worked with all the time. But I had a lot of fun with that. But my grandma had no qualms about paging me, and I'd always see her right up there, and I didn't really care. I don't know. I wasn't really embarrassed by it or anything like that. But it was a way of communication. My grandma said, "I'm going to work smarter, not harder. I'm not going to take all these laps all around here." But Grandma, come on, you knew where I was. These stores weren't as big as they are now. You knew I was back there in that toy aisle. You know I was diving
Where
through
else would
things.
you have been?
Where else would I have went? The lingerie? No, I wasn't over there. Is what it is. But it was a lot of fun with grandmas back in the day. But I heard that kid. I hadn't heard somebody paged like a little kid to come to the front in a long, long time. And nowadays I feel like it's just pure laziness. But it is what it is. So
Just unlock the memory. For
now, have you ever get paged? Did your parents, or you never really hung out with your grandparents like that, but did you ever get paged or anything? Angie, come to the front desk?
Well, like I feel like for me going to like the big city and doing that, I wouldn't leave my parents.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you guys would go to the big city,
Yeah.
you would have to wear that backpack with the leash on all the way till you were 14 because your parents said, we don't want her getting around any of these boys or anything. So they would have her tied up.
But it's funny, I now live in this big city.
Now she
it's just-
lives in this
now
big
it's just
city.
not-
And
oh.
now she's just a big city girl with little
Just big girl.
big city girl with a small town attitude. Something like that. But there it is,
No.
Angie. Nothing. You never
I
got
would
any
have got
page.
beat or something. If
I
I would have
know.
went I would have got the belt.
Nobody wants to be on the business end of the belt. Angie likes to be on the opposite end of the belt. Not the business side, but the other side she's fine with every once in a while. But
You're like, speaking of a leash.
speaking of a leash, yeah, cart you around the bedroom. There you go. But there it is, Angie, a little story time with Kyle, a little grandma tale once again. We all know. Be curious to see if you had this experience. We've all been paged somewhere, and it was, some people it's horrifying. To me, it was grandma loves you. She didn't want to leave without you. That's what it was. She didn't want to leave without her but precious grandson. There you go. But Angie, it's time for a few final thoughts. All right, Angie, it's time for a few final thoughts. And we got a little question this week, Angie. We got one question to dive into here. And if you want to be the question of the week, you got something to say, put in the comments of the YouTube video or email the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which, of course, is the best way to reach the channel, as Angie goes through every single one of those emails. So make sure you check that out there. But Angie, we do got a little question. Read it, take it away, do your thing. Show us how it's done.
Josh Clinton 31682, question of the week. You said barbecue chicken pizza is the only pizza you'll eat from Papa John's.
It's true. That's true.
What are your go-to pizza orders for the other big three chains? Pizza Hut, Domino's, Little Caesars. Also, favorite pizza in general, as far as like crust, toppings, place. Top 5 frozen pizza brands. Also, cheap plug for your Patreon, where you review pizza.
That's right. I do a weekly pizza, and in some places I'm known as the Pizza King. There's some people that come up to me in stores and stuff and say, well, if it isn't the Pizza King, because
a lot. Actually.
Yeah, a lot of people do. As I've been on the radio, I've been on the news talking about the best pizza and stuff. When I was on the road pretty heavy, I would have pizza every time I was on the road. I'd try a different pizza place. I'd give my rankings and review. I don't travel quite as much as I used to, so I don't do that. I still do frozen pizza reviews on the Patreon each week. I like to try a little bit of everything. Now, my go-to is always going to be pepperoni. Sausage and pepperoni. When I'm rating a restaurant, I always get sausage pepperoni. I feel if they can knock that.
They have good sausage.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I like a certain kind, Graziano, long story, but
Like an Italian.
I like to try that, and if they can hit that, then I'll go into specialty pizzas, another thing. But if they can hit a plain Jane sausage pepperoni, about as basic as it gets outside of cheese, if they can hit that, I will dive into those. So that is my go-to. I prefer a thin crust, cracker crust, thin, square cut. That is the best kind of pizza. The cough is back. I prefer that kind of pizza. I'm not a big deep dish guy. I'll eat it if I have to, but I'm not a huge deep dish guy. Pequod's is my absolute favorite pizza, which is more of a pan pizza than a deep dish. Charred crust, absolutely amazing. 2 locations in Chicago. Pequod's, what are we doing? Send me a pizza. But I am going to Chicago here at the end of April. I don't know. I think I'm staying in Naperville. Shout out to the good people of Naperville, Illinois. I think that's too far for me to get to Pequod's, unfortunately. I think I'm in a time crunch. So if anybody knows a good pizzeria, don't give me Giordano's. Don't give me Lou Malinotti's for Chicago area. I don't want any of that. I can get Giordano's down the street. Don't want that. I want something authentic. If you know something in Naperville, put it in the comments for me.
Can you get thin at Pizza Hut, or is it just a pan?
You get thin, pan.
See, we normally get thin, but if we go to Pizza Hut, we'll get a pan because it's kind of like what their signature.
We have not went to Pizza Hut in 100 years.
We don't have one by us. We used to have one by us. It closed.
We used to have a buffet.
Domino's, you like a thin. We always order thin.
Thin. So Domino's was my go-to of all the major chains. Their thin was absolutely amazing. In the last year, they have dialed it back. It has been god-awful. I'm pretty much on the brakes from Domino from now on.
A lot of people like the new like robust sauce. I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it in the
zesty or something.
It's too I don't know. It's a bad mix.
Yep, it's kind of pasty.
Pizza Hut, I enjoy the pan pizza. My dream Pizza Hut is the breadsticks with the sauce and a pan pizza, maybe even a personal pan pizza. Why not give me an X-Men videotape while I'm at it, just like the Book It days? But that's
Pizza
it.
Hut with the white sauce.
That's what you like. You and your white sauce. You always like the creamy white sauce, a little bit of thick, not too thin.
There's literally one place in Iowa that I think still carries it. It's by my hometown.
Your hometown. There you go.
Little Caesars, we kind of try whatever's like a funky new one. But we always get crazy bread.
Little Caesar's not as good as it used to be. I can eat it every once in a while, but it's terrible. That cheese sauce pretzel crust was pretty good. I like that a little bit, but it's really, that's the stuff you, Angie and I go out to a fancy dinner and we get the kids a pack of crazy bread each and maybe a pizza, and that's their dinner. That's where it is. I'm at that point in my life where I'm eating better things, where I was on the other shoe and I enjoyed it. When I was a kid, the parents or whatever, I'd spend the night, we'd get Little Caesars. It was a great night, but not for me anymore. It's not a great night for me.
Frozen pizza brands.
I always say Red Baron is the go-to.
That's
That's the working man's frozen pizza. It's not cheap crap pizza. It's not over-the-top expensive. It's the working man's pizza. It's a main name
Just
brand.
the original pepperoni.
As far as the name brand stuff, that is the way to go. Jakks, Tombstone, that's kind of the working man's era. Jakks, Tombstone have dialed
Cardboard.
it back. I used to work for Kraft with them. It used to be really good quality. They sold to Nestle. Nestle is cheaping down the ingredients so much. Red Baron, if you haven't had one in a long time, that's the working man's pizza. You can find it pretty much everywhere. That is a good frozen pizza for the working man. Outside of that, there's some specialty pizzas. And pizza is becoming a lot like beer, where it's like, there's this local brewery by me, and I like this and that. And frozen pizza is a little bit like that, especially in the Midwest. There's a place called Woodman's, which is a huge grocery chain in Wisconsin, a little bit of Illinois too, I believe. But they got like 20 aisles of frozen, and they got like 20 aisles of frozen pizzas. And I'll get a cooler. It's always great going up there in the winter. I buy a ton of pizzas I've never tried just to have them. It's so hard for me to list because so many of the pizzas I've tried once, never to try them again a lot of times. But there is, what do I like? There's a company called Pasquale's. This is a breakfast pizza and a straight pepperoni that I absolutely love. It's a little sharper. It's a little bit more fresh, as usually most of the frozen pizzas are only a week to 2 weeks old, or sometimes you get frozen pizzas that are super old. One pro tip from an old pizza guy is if you get a round pizza, you know, like a Jakks, a Tombstone, or whatever, you flip it around. And if you look at the back cardboard, if the cardboard is gray or if it looks like it's been wet, stay away from that pizza. It's probably been thawed. It's going to be a bad experience. So that's a little pro tip
bent.
there.
Probably
But I'm trying to think what other frozen pizzas do I like.
Lots of
Pasquale's.
matzah?
Lots of matzah is okay. It's brew pub is okay in a pinch every once
It'll
in a while.
burn your mouth if you got to.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Gosh, I'm trying to think. And I've done so many of them. There's been a lot of really good ones, but I don't know.
The move on pizza, you take your fork and lift up all the toppings and blow under there a couple times, put her down.
How many times do you blow a day?
Too many.
Too many. That's even coming from me. That's crazy. But Pasquale's one, lots of matzah is good. But as far as one that's available to everybody that could be listening to this, I would have to say Red Baron. It's not the greatest thing ever. It's not the worst, but it always gets the job done. You know what you're getting yourself into. You know, I used to love a Totino's pizza once upon a time. I could still do it a couple of times a year, but not what they once were. I miss them being square instead of circular. There's like the worst pizza is Gino's. Like that's just god awful. It's like 77 cents still
I
to
used
this
to
day.
microwave those Tostinos after the bars.
Yeah,
You need it. Ugh.
You ate a lot of things after the bars. There's no doubt. But that's it. That's for my pizza. Is that it for the question?
Yep.
Was there anything else to add to that?
Yeah, he said top 5 frozen, but
Top 5 frozen is
Fine.
tough. And
Good.
most of it's stuff people would never have heard of. But the Pasquale's 2 are my absolute favorite. I don't mind a lots of matzah, pepperoni, sausage. A Screamin' Sicilian. There's like a Mambo Italiano. I have one in the freezer right now I've been wanting to eat. It's got like meatballs on it, sausage, pepperoni. That's pretty good. And it also comes with a cutout so you can put a little mustache on your face. So that's always fun.
is it DiGiorno that's got all the weird ones with the croissant? And
Yeah,
stuff?
that's okay.
The kids like those.
Yeah, the kids love their DiGiorno with the cheese and the crust. I've never been a big gimmicky guy for that, but it is what it is. So I don't know. That's the question of the week this week. And if you want to be the question of the week, put it in the comments down below. Email the KylePetersonShow@gmail.com. And you too can be the question of the week. But that's it. That's all I got. Angie, you got anything else?
I don't got anything else.
Well, then you know what's up. What did we learn today, Angie?
Right.
What did we learn? What did we talk about?
What did we talk about?
What did we talk about?
Wrestling.
Yep.
Your grandma.
Talked about grandmas. Don't look at the notes. This is where you shine.
These are some weak notes, too. There's barely anything on there.
Yeah, because it's all free form.
Hmm.
Well, she can't even read my handwriting to even copy on the notes. So Angie,
That's all I got.
it was great to have you here. We'll see about the WrestleMania predictions next week. We'll see what's going on for next week. But that is episode 55 of the Kyle Peterson Show. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you find your podcast. Make sure you're sharing them. All that kind of fun stuff. And I guess we leave it up for Angie. Angie, it's time to say goodbye in your own special way. Last week was an all-timer of goodbye.
Was it?
As we left it in, like your whole boobs were there. You basically
God.
showed the whole things to the world. It was crazy. I think you even showed the nipples, if I'm not mistaken. So good for you, Angie. We love to see it.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. But there it is, Angie. Say goodbye.
All right.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
Uh-oh. Watch out.